Welcome to the Put on Waivers Media Group, home of the Put on Raiders podcast and the Student Body Right podcast. This is your place for the best breakdowns and the best insight for those who fight on and bleed silver and black. Now, here are your hosts, Dwayne Douglas and Ryan Holmes.
And welcome, everybody, to another glorious episode of the Student Body Right USC podcast. I am your host, Dwayne Douglas, and as always, I am podcasting off the beautiful shores of the Pacific Ocean. Beautiful day out here in Southern California, 85 degrees and just perfect. And, you know, obviously there was a bear sighting out there in Southern California, in Los Angeles to be particular. He has kind of chronicled his way. If you follow him on Instagram, Bear Alexander, you showed you videos of him being on Manhattan Beach, all these different places out there in Los Angeles, and he made his way to the Coliseum, made his way to, put that uniform on. He might be going from 99 to number 90, but he's going from Georgia to USC. Very talented player, can get pressure, can beat double teams, can stop the run, can do all these things that you need to get to that next level. If you're USC, like, this is about USC getting to that next level. They're already at a certain level. Now they have to get to that next level, that level where when you wanted to play tough football, like they had to have when they had to battle UCLA, when they had to battle Utah, when they had to battle Tulane. I mean, those teams, they could just light up and just run the football. Now with the addition of Bear Alexander, that is not going to be the case. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with, and with the pieces they have there already, it just takes it to even more. It takes it to even a higher level. This team, we could talk about, this, that, and the other, and all this other stuff, but people from Oklahoma, people from all these other schools are going to find out that this is going to be a regular occurrence for USC, a regular occurrence while Lincoln Riley is here as the head coach, because it's just a desired destination. It just is. And there's nothing wrong with the great state of Georgia. I think they film more movies in Georgia than they do out in Los Angeles now because of the tax credit, right? Oklahoma, it's a fine state, Colorado, Dion, hey, good job. Wear the cowboy hat all day and all night. But at the end of the day, like, people want to come out here for a reason. And the opportunities that he is probably going to have off the field, NIL, name, image, and likeness, those are things that players should have. And he's going to have that out here in Los Angeles, along with playing with the Heisman Trophy winner. Right, along with playing with Zachariah Branch, who's probably one of the best recruiters out there. As far as bring people to USC, or helping to bring people to USC. Like, this is a huge deal for SC. It's a huge deal for. It's so big. I didn't even get a chance to shave before I got on here. Right, so it's a big situation for them. They get that guy, big time talent. Big time upside. He has a couple of years of eligibility, so obviously you want him to stay and continue on. But they're going after it. They're definitely going after it in a big way this year, and going to try to do what hasn't been done around these parts for a long time. They got to a certain level. Again, we talked about that certain level. We talked about all these different things as far as getting the team ready to compete at a national level, right? At a national level. The national level is where you want to be. Can they contend and beat the teams in the Pac-12? Yes. Can they beat Notre Dame? Yes. They can do those things. But to really take this team to that next level, you desperately need players like this. And players like this don't usually leave the South. A lot of people who are into the recruiting, I'm more X's and O's and all 22, as you see on my channel with the Raiders and with USC. But people who follow recruiting, the guys who are the big dogs up front, they're usually mama's boys. They usually don't want to leave their region. They usually are in the South. Some of the big uglies are in the North, are in the Northeast, or in the central part of the country, and they don't leave home. They don't leave home. And for him to leave Georgia and come to SC it's just big. It's big. It's big. It's big. It's big. And for some folks who are complaining about the transfer portal, you go to the 24/7 Sports, and you see a lot of the teams who complain about the portal or complain about what USC is doing. They're high in the top 10 in the portal. Like it's time, get with the times. Like adapt or die. I mean, that's what sports is now. It's like, if you're going to raise a basketball player, right? He better be able to shoot the three. I mean, that's just the way the NBA and college basketball is right now, right? If you're going to you're going to be a fan of college football, you're going to coach college football, you're going to be recruiting in college football, you better have guys who are experts on getting players from other schools to come to yours in the portal. It's just that's what it is. And for some folks, their dream is to come out to California. The dream might be to go to play at Oregon. Or dream, you never know what's inside somebody's head. If they weren't good, he's not making that move. But they have a chance to be really good, and it's really no question about that. So the pressure now goes to Alex Grinch. Last year, he could say, "Oh, I didn't have this. I didn't have that. I didn't have depth at linebacker. You got depth at linebacker. I didn't have the athleticism I needed. Besides, with the exception of Mekhi Blackton in the secondary, you got that now. And now you can sit back, and I'm not saying you're going to rush four all the time and not have some variations defensively on your front seven, but you can rush four now. You can rush four and have a nice solid rotation of guys coming in and keeping guys fresh. That fourth quarter pass rush, whether you're playing pro football or you're playing college football, the fourth quarter pass rush is absolutely huge. You need to have that. And I would say that USC's offense is going to score points. They can run the football when they want to as well with that offensive line. They can get the ball to these wide receivers, but the defense is the question, and Alex Grinch is the question. In the coming weeks, now that things are going to die down just a little bit until the fall for SC, maybe they go into the portal and grab some more pieces there. They could definitely use some offensive line help as well. We know about Cameron Johnson. We don't know if he's going to be jumping ship to come over, but I know they were looking for some offensive line help. But in the coming weeks, we're going to go over and examine stuff like Bear Alexander, how he's going to help. Going to look back last year and look at some of the Alex Grinch, play calls. I mean, how many times can you drop defensive linemen in coverage? Is that really what these guys should be doing? I mean, not a lot of people are fans of the 3-3-5. Like that's not what people really want this time to run. Does this change what they do now? Put him at nose tackle and see what he does, or do you just continue to just rush three at times? I mean, people like me, people like USCJ, we hate rushing three. Like that's just not football. So we'll see what happens with USC. But Bear Alexander, I know people are happy about it. I know people are excited about it. And I think everybody should be. I mean, this is a big move for Bear, big move for SC, big move for Lincoln Riley. And listen, the pressure is on Alex Grinch. It's going to be on it all the first 20-yard run they give up. People are going to be crying. People are going to be crying for his head or for somebody to replace him. We all know that. We all know that's the case. So if he wants to maybe be a head coach down the road, if he wants to be a guy who is calling defensive plays in the college football playoff, The players are there, man. The players are there. You can't exceed the talent. The physical talent is there, and there's no question about it. All right, we'll see. All right. Real quick show for you guys tonight, but I know it's a good celebration for a lot of people. That in Trojan land, Trojan family, that USC has gained another big piece in the transfer portal, if you will. Bear Alexander joins and commits to USC, coming from the transfer portal. Great job by Lincoln Riley. Great job by Bear Alexander. And great job by you guys. I mean, the last show, I mean, almost 2,000 views. A lot of people on this channel, they view the channel and they don't subscribe. So we need those subscriptions. So go ahead and do that, please. Please help grow the show. And we got some comments in this show. I'm going to try to get to some comments, do a comment show coming up this week. Whether it's good, bad, or whatever. I'm a big boy. I can take it. All right. Fight on.